Colette, we're recording. Let's get the party started, shall we? We feeling good tonight? All right. I am fired up for tonight. Let me share my screen and we are going to get this party officially started right now. All right. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Can you see my screen all right? I've been known to talk to myself for hours at a time. I'm seeking therapy and help for that little issue, but good to have you front and center, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Allen. I have the privilege of co-hosting tonight's VIP overview, where we only invite the coolest, most amazing, fun, positive, proactive people we know to take a look at an idea, really a movement, if you will, that has already attracted over 100,000 Americans. Can you believe that? 100,000 Americans? And I think you're going to see why, and why you'll probably feel compelled, excited, even possibly passionate about joining this movement with us. I'm going to cut right to the chase. I'm going to talk for a little bit. I'm going to bring in our co-founder, the reason we're all here, Mr. Peter Rancy, and then we're going to bring in my dear friend Larry Lane to bring us home. We're going to talk about two main things here. Number one, we're going to show you a no-brainer value proposition to show American households a way to double their buying power, stretch their money further. That's really a no-brainer. And then we'll hear from Peter, and then we're going to show you an optional financial opportunity unlike anything that we've ever seen. All right, so I appreciate you jumping on with an open mind. We are Transact Card. Some of you have probably, that have been around the block a while, probably seen me as much as anyone sharing this dream for over 10 months now, over 10 months. And I can tell you emphatically, I am more excited today than I have ever been the last 10 months because I know what is coming. And those of you that have been on this journey, maybe for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, you're all here because this is a dream that is so much bigger than we could have ever possibly thought to do on our own. All right. So with Transact Card now, banking changes forever. I don't like it, Peter. I need a better tagline because it's so much more than that. We're going to change the world together in the years and decades ahead, and we're going to bless a whole lot of lives. We're confident everybody you know, every church, organization, charity, everybody's going to want to participate in Transact Card. So I'm going to start us off. What are we really talking about here? Well, we're talking about that green card you see on your screen that looks a lot like my green card right here that I have, and that many of you are going to be receiving in the weeks ahead. Okay, and with this card, you're going to want to pull that out of your wallet or purse above and beyond all the other cards you probably have, because we have a rewards program unlike anything else that you've seen. Okay, every time you swipe this card, you're going to get a reward that we call a Z-Buck that has a real $1 value within the Transact Card proprietary financial ecosystem. We are excited to announce our new banking partner. We had to get the right one because we have over 100,000 people that need to get onboarded here in the weeks and months ahead. Okay, and we're really excited to unveil that very, very soon. So your money is going to be FDIC insured. This acts very much like a debit card. There's no APR interest. There's no overdraft fees, none of that nonsense, where you're just going to take money from a secure environment you have now, put it into your Transact Card, secure FDIC insured environment, and then you're just going to start swiping to get these Z-Bucks. Now, how does a Z-Buck work? Well, you don't have to be a professional mathematician or try to figure out some crazy algorithm that you're probably used to with other rewards programs. Ours is really simple. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you go out and you get groceries for your family, and you have a small family in this example because it's only $70, you choose to use your Transact Card, you're going to get 70 Z-Bucks. Go get your favorite coffee, pay your utility bills, pay your Netflix subscription, go out for date night, and on and on and on. You start using your Transact Card to accumulate Z-Bucks. And now the most important question you're going to ask, as I asked Peter this when I met with him in person, is what can I do with a Z-Buck? It's got to have real value. Well, that Z-Buck is, as I mentioned, going to have a real $1 value within our own e-commerce platform that we call the Z Club. Now, friends, did you know it took Amazon 35 years to get to where they are today? 35. I know we live in a microwave mentality society. I'm guilty of it as well. So our Z Club does not look like Amazon right now, but if you're like me, you want to see good value and better value each and every week, each and every month moving forward, to the point where you're seeing shoes, high-end luxury goods, those diapers. I know a lot of us are chomping at the bit for diapers. Those are on the way, where you can use Z-Bucks to buy down that retail price down, ideally 25, 30, 40% or more. Now, the best credit card I have in my wallet pays me 3.5% cash back. I pay $1,700 a year for the privilege of swiping that card. Every $100 I spend, I get $3.50. The problem is, unless my wife pays it off on time, I get killed on the APR interest. So look at that first example. If you just saved $25 using 25 Z-Bucks to buy down the cost of a $100 pair of shoes, that just makes sense. And then you apply that over dozens, hundreds, thousands, eventually limitless numbers of products that we actually want. This is name brand stuff. All the way down to, again, those consumables, those diapers type items. Did you know that in our country right now, over 100 million people cannot pay their bills confidently, consistently each and every month? A lot of people have to get creative just to make ends meet. You probably know a lot of people like that. That's our target market to start off with. We want to bless a lot of people, show them how to take money they're already going to spend, take it again in the form of Z-Bucks, and buy down other items they want or need. It just makes sense, right? But let's take it a step further. See, we actually want you to engage with our ecosystem. We want you to get onto that app multiple times. They want you to log into your browser-based ecosystem. So we have lots and lots of fun flash sales. Raise your hand if you got today's MyPillow beach towel flash sale. Yes, lots of you did. And there's more and more coming. Raise your hand if you got a flash sale within the last 14 days during our 12 days of Christmas. Okay, we got dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of hands coming up. One of my co-hosts can take a picture to verify what I'm saying is true. You see all those hands popping up there. We've done Ray-Ban sunglasses. We've done some of the items you see right here. I got my Bose wireless speaker. I just got some Greg Norman golf shorts. I don't even golf, but I'm going to wear the shorts because they look cool. I got a hat and I got something else. I don't know. I just clicked it and got it. Now, the difference with the flash sale is your cash isn't good here. You use all Z-Bucks to pay for the entire cost of the item, first come, first serve, then you just pay a little bit of shipping and handling, $5, $6, $8, and that will arrive. Okay, so that's really fun. We want you to get a flash sale. We have started limiting those to once every 7 days, because some of y'all, I don't think you leave your phone or computer like 24/7, refresh. Like, come on, guys, share the love with other people. All right, flash sales are awesome. We've already done our first cruise flash sale. We had 100 people use Z-Bucks to get on a ship. We're excited to have a lot more of those down the road where you don't have to use any cash. You just use Z-Bucks to take your family on a great vacation. Speaking of vacations, I love to travel, friends. I love world schooling my kids. I love collecting memories above and beyond things. So our Z Club travel platform went live a couple of months ago. We've got people saving $10 here, $50 here, hundreds of dollars here on different travel items, hotels, Airbnb, even some standalone cruise ships. I got to tell you, as an entrepreneur, the travel industry has been really good to me. I was able to help promote a travel club that grew to well over 1 million members, paying a heck of a lot more than what you're about to see here with Transact Card. And I told Peter when I first met, I'm like, man, if you just get travel right, you could build a whole business model around that. And this comes with your Transact Card membership. All right. It has a lot more value than that travel club I promoted a decade ago did. All right. Now, we also figured out a way to bring 360 of the top retailers in America into our ecosystem through our Easy Power Earn and Save card. Imagine if you can buy a virtual gift card to look at just some of these name brands on here. Use those for yourself, give them away to your friends and family. And how about earning some Z-Bucks when you do it? What if you bought a $100 Starbucks gift card and you got 100 Z-Bucks? Well, that's what you get to do with our Easy Power Earn and Save card. And it's all driven right through our simple, easy to use app. I know people are chomping at the bit to start purchasing those again, but we got some nefarious actors out there. So with our new banking transition, we're excited to turn that back on in the upcoming weeks. So just a little patience on that one, and we'll be back to getting those accessed as well. All right, hold on to your wallets and purses. That is not a typo. It's not. It's $25 for life if you join before January 31st. $25, ladies and gentlemen. Get you everything I just talked about. And because we're about a year ahead of schedule, our proof of concept is undeniable. We're migrating, transitioning to our new banking platform, our new infrastructure. I know you're excited to hear about it, and you will when the time is right. While you're waiting to get your cards, we're just going to go ahead and give you 500 Z-Bucks per week. Been signing up people all month, and they're like, how did I get 1,000 Z-Bucks? I'm like, well, you signed up 2 weeks ago. Like, really? Can I use those Z-Bucks? Of course you can. Go use them on the Travel Club. Go use them on the Flash Sale. Use them on the Z Club. All right. Again, if you sign up before January 31st, you never have to pay another $25 again. If you sign up after January 31st at midnight, it's just $25 one time annually on your anniversary date. And hopefully next month, we're going to turn on our referral program. You tell your friends, your family about it, get a hold another 500 Z-Bucks as well. And by the way, we're going to double your Z-Bucks up through December of 2024. So those $70 bags of groceries that you bought in that example, you would get 140 Z-Bucks for. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the biggest obstacle we have is it just sounds too good to be true. Well, friends, just come on in. If that's not good enough for you, if you don't love your Transact card membership within your first couple months, you just get right with Steve Campbell or me. We'll give you your 25 bucks back. Come on. It's a no-brainer. We just want you to come in, fall in love with this, and watch us get bigger and better each and every week. Okay. Now, I get to shut up. I know some of you are happy about that. And I get to bring on the true pioneer. And, you know, I joined this first. I looked at it first because a dear friend named John McKillop reached out to me. But I said yes because of our co-founder, Peter Rancy. I fell in love with his integrity, his vision, spent a whole weekend with him. It was never about making tons of money. It was truly about how can we create a global force for good that helps people across our country and eventually across the world. But it's one thing to hear it from me. I want you to hear directly from the source, because a lot of us have had our hopes and dreams devastated. We got excited about different opportunities only to find out that the main decision makers behind that corporate curtain maybe didn't have our best interests at heart. So I want you to hear and feel his passion for this firsthand. Without further ado, Mr. Peter Rancy, take it away, mate.
G'day, Eric, and thank you very much. It's good to be on with the 2,000 or so of those of you who are on. For those of you who know me, well, you'll be hearing the same speech again. For those of you who don't, you wonder why someone with a deep South accent is talking about US banking and e-commerce, but that's a story for another time. The reality is, in the current world, the US dollar is shrinking in value significantly. It's declining at a almost astronomical rate. And US banking is difficult for the community banking sector and is built around shareholder value, not about regular, ordinary consumer member engagement. So Transact Card was built in order to take advantage of and create an ecosystem that helped resolve both of those within the ecosystem. We can't change the entire financial system of the United States or anywhere else in the world, but we have been able to build our own ecosystem, the Transact Card financial ecosystem, where the idea is that if you're using a Transact Card, you're able to spend it anywhere and earn a Z-Buck, which is worth $1 inside the Z Club, and then be able to use those Z-Bucks to harvest it with goods of value, services of value that you would want to buy, even if you had to spend your own hard-earned US dollars. It's all easier said than done. It's taken us longer than we hoped. And anyone who is in the system now and is contemplating being part of the system is a pioneer. And you have to be willing to wear the pioneer outfit. But if you are, then it'll be worth it. The Z Club, we announced to some of our leadership today a new acquisition for the Z Club, which we'll announce in public in about a week or so. We also announced a new chairperson to the leadership group today, which we'll announce in a few days. And as Eric said, the new banking system is just about ready to come online. So if you're willing to be a pioneer and either become a member for $25 for life or become a DBO for $470 plus $25, you're a pioneer. You're part of an ecosystem that's designed to increase the buying power of those who need it most and to help reinvigorate pieces of the US community banking system. And as a matter of fact, I spent today with the leader of a community bank in Philadelphia. I've spent other parts of this week working with our influencer groups so that as soon as we turn on the new bank, there will be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and probably millions of Transact Card members who will be wanting to come and join our pioneering party, but they won't be pioneers, they'll be settlers in the new Transact Card. Anyway, Transact Card was meant to double the buying power, increase the buying power of those who need it most, and to solve problems that other people aren't solving. The story about how someone with an Australian accent is involved in this is a story for another time, but I've been working with bankers for 4 decades now, and I know their challenges and their problems and how to help them solve their challenges and problems, how to turn that to the value of those who are part of our ecosystem. So I'm glad to be able to share a short message with you, 2,000 or so people tonight. Again, to those who are part of Transact Card already, thank you for being part of the Transact Card family. And for those who are thinking about it, we welcome your participation and your courage to be a pioneer. And with that, Eric, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Peter. Hey, give him some emoji love out there. He feeds off that stuff. Peter, hey, safe travels. We know you've been a road warrior lately, just bringing some integral pieces to our movement. And we are grateful for you.
Thank
and
you.
we are fired up. I mean, we are absolutely fired up. So feel great having you as the great steward of our hopes and dreams. All right, Peter Rancy, ladies and gentlemen, he's even cooler in real life, believe it or not, when you get a chance to meet him. So now let me go ahead and get back on track here and finish up with Larry Lane. Talked about $25 for life. Now, Peter alluded to the financial opportunity, the chance to own your own digital branch office. And he mentioned, orchestrating some large organizations, mobilizing some influencers. They're going to help promote Transact Card. And I would really encourage you to pay attention to this next segment, because you have really a chance to benefit that the settlers after January 31st will not get to benefit from. You could come in, you can be a founder with us, and you can benefit from a lot of the marketing efforts of those other influencers. And the person that invited you can give you more specifics about that. But let's go ahead now, and I get to turn it over to my dear friend that, quite truthfully, along with the other people you can see on the screen, is really why I'm here. Because I really was just looking for a way to surround myself with other like-minded people, positive, uplifting people, people that I want my kids to be around, people that aren't afraid to go for their hopes and dreams and answer that call to leadership. And this guy, although I knew him in name only, had just become a dear, dear friend. So he is going to talk to you about the financial opportunity unlike anything you've probably ever seen, and the ability to own your own digital branch office, and the first person in our company to achieve the highest leadership title that we call President, Mr. Larry Lane. Take it away, brother.
Hey, Eric, Alan, thank you so much. You know, I began this journey almost 9 months ago now, and you were the first person. You jumped on with myself and Nick Sorensen and Michael Beal. You showed us a Zoom exactly like this, and the rest is history. So I saw the vision, and this is actually, you know, Eric talked all about the benefits and the Z Club and the Z Bucks. This is where you can actually come in and start to build an income for your family and a residual that's just absolutely life-changing. So if you want to come in as a digital branch, it's $495 one time. We do have a $50 monthly fee that I'm going to talk about, and we also have a 10% service fee. This is going to include the full banking and marketing platform access. You're going to receive 500 Z-Bucks every single week until we get our new banking platform, which is just around the corner. You're also, if you enroll by January 31st, 2024, you will receive double Z-Bucks on every purchase for the first year, just like our TCMs that Eric talked about. So all this year, you're going to get double Z-Bucks. Marketing, technology, training. One thing I'll say about this company is not only the leadership panel that you're seeing here today, absolutely the best leaders I've ever worked with in my life, but we have trainings every single week. There's 2,100 people on this Zoom. We have our Monday night motivational trainings. We have our Saturday trainings from corporate. So much to plug into and finally have success. You know, if you're sitting there and you've never built a business or you've never had success, you've got a community here that you can plug into that's absolutely going to help you go to the next level. But the thing I'm most excited about, not only helping people, we've got one of the best revenue plans that I have seen in 35 years that I've been in this industry. I'm going to talk about the transaction revenue, the community revenue, and also the leadership grants. So we'll go to the next slide, Eric. So when I got started in May, this is the part that literally it blew my mind. I saw it immediately. I started talking to my leaders, and Eric showed you his card earlier. This is my Transact card. And I started to realize that every time I introduced someone who got the card, whether they came in as a TCM or a digital branch, every time they swiped the card, I would get a piece of the pie. Now we're working, Peter just told you, Peter Rancy, we're working with community banks. I love that we're working with the smaller, the neighborhood banks, not the big ones, not the Bank of Americas. They're trying to hurt the community banks that we're trying to help. So when you come in, if someone comes in as a DBO or they come in as a TCM, they're going to get that FDIC insured checking account. So we're helping the banks build their business. So they're cutting us in on those interchange fees and those transaction fees. That is how the model works, which is incredible because it really starts to grow. Just an example, you know, I've had my card, this card, for over 20 years. This is my Bank of America debit card. I live in Los Angeles, California. It's not cheap. I pay about $4,000 plus a month in bills. So I saw Eric say, hey, you can use this card and you make no rewards, or I got the Transact card. I'm paying the same $4,000 a month that I have to pay anyway, phone bills, car payment, insurance, whatever. I'm paying the same $4,000 a month on this card, and I'm making 8,000 Z-Bucks every single month. I've already got 56,000 Z-Bucks just from using the card back in May, June, July, August, and September. That's the beauty of what we've got here. We've already seen it work. You know, we had our banking partner and we outgrew them. They thought we were going to put 5,000 people in, you know, before we launched. We put 35,000 people in 90 days. So we outgrew that banking platform. But what we did see before we outgrew that banking platform, we saw these transaction swipes start to grow. Every single month, I think the first month I had 100 transaction swipes. The second month I had 3,000. The third month I had 11,000. And by that last month in September, when with the banking partner, I think I had close to 20,000 transaction swipes. That is the power of growing a community, sharing a $25 card with MasterCard that actually doubles people's buying power. So let me show you the power of compounding and building your community. So what happens is, as you start to build your community, you're going to be bringing in tons of people that are going to come in just for the $25 card. So they'll come in as a TCM. You're also going to be bringing in other digital branches like yourself. You know, I'm going to use Nick Sorensen. Nick is my amazing sponsor, and I think Steve Campbell is on as well. Steve and Nick both have 10 10,000 digital branches in their digital branch. What that means is 10,000 DBOs underneath them. Those 10,000 DBOs are going out and getting TCMs. So they're getting their own TCMs that are going to be swiping the card. But Nick literally gets a percentage every time someone in his community swipes the card, whether they go to McDonald's, whether they get gas, whether they pay a phone bill. He gets a piece of that. That is the power of building the community. Also, very, very soon, TCMs, the $25 card members, they're going to be able to get their own sign-up link. So that means TCMs can come in for $25. They're swiping their Transact card. They're earning Z-Bucks. Now they can go tell their sisters, their brothers, their friends, their coworkers. They can start to bring in other TCMs as well. So what you really start to see is, especially this month and next month, when people start getting these cards in their hands and start using them, your communities are going to grow. There's 125,000 people right now in the community. That's counting digital branches and TCMs. We are going to grow that into the millions as we really start to turn this up in 2024. So we'll go on to the next slide, Eric. Your key position here that you really want to try to hit is manager. Manager is the magic in this company. There's two ways that you can actually get the position of manager. You can bring in 3 personal digital branches. That will make you a manager. Or you can bring in 20 of the TCMs, the $25 card holders. That will also make you a manager. Now, if you come in and pay your $4.95, if you hit manager within your first 30 days, you are going to be earning up to $500 in our community high bonus. If it takes you a little bit longer than 30 days to hit manager, you're going to be earning up to $250 in that community pie bonus, which I'm going to talk about right now. So our community pie bonus, the one thing I like about this, the company does not have to do this. This is extra. This alone, if you really understand the power of the swipes, if you had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people, there's hundreds of millions of people in the United States that would love a $25 card that doubles their buying power. So let's just look at this model. I like this because it brings us all together. I've never had the whole leadership panel on here, so I can actually go over this. Aaron and Colette, they are in their, and Lila, they are in their own community. Liz and Steve, they are building their own community. Myself and Nick, Jeremy Jenkins, and Fatai, everybody has their own communities, but this is one bonus where we all work together. We're all building the pie. Every one of us is bringing in TCMs. We're all bringing in DBOs. Everybody 125,000 strong. Every time someone swipes the card, a piece of that is going into this community pie. So every time someone comes in as a TCM, a piece of that goes into the community pie. Every time someone pays to be a DBO, a piece of that goes into this community pie. You see 75% is going to go to our managers. That's why it's very important to encourage your DBOs. They want to get to that manager position because it starts a lot of bonuses, which I'm going to go over. And I want you to look at the numbers on the right side. So if you hit manager again in your first 30 days, you're going to be making up to $500 in this community pie bonus each month. Takes you longer than 30 days, it's going to be up to $250 to hit manager. Senior manager is going to be up to $1,500. Now you're going to see there's a TCM requirement. You're going to have 10 TCMs to be qualified for your community cut on that. Vice president, it's going to be up to 12,500. 20 TCMs, and then it would be senior vice president, which I know Colette, that would be 30 TCMs, up to 20,000. President, myself, Eric, Randy, we would need up to 50 TCMs. That would be up to 30,000 a month. Let me give you some key points. Don't look at the TCM requirements because that's going to be a lot easier when TCMs get their own sign-up link. Because if you sign up one person for the $25 card, if they go out and sign up 9 of their friends and family, what's going to happen is those 9 people, as soon as they use the card the very first time, even if they get a $1 bottle of water, they're going to each get 500 Z-Bucks. The TCM that signed up the 9, he's going to get 500 Z-Bucks for all 9. That's 4,500 Z-Bucks. But where you win as the DBO, all of those TCMs, the 1 plus the 9, all count as your personal TCMs. I want to go over the community pie bonus because a lot of things have to happen. Remember, we are going to be getting this month and into next month, people are going to be getting their cards. A big part of this pie, when we're filling the pie, a big part of that is swipes of the card. That is not happening yet. The other thing that goes into the community pie is our Z Club. 2.6% every single month of the gross sales is going to go into this community pie. That counts all the Z-Bucks redeemed, all the dollars used, and all the flash sales redeemed with Z-Bucks as well. You've got to remember, we're literally growing the Z Club. That is another piece of the community pie that is not in place yet. So let's say the first month managers, it could be $35, but it's going to grow because what's going to happen is 120,000 people is going to turn into 300,000. It's going to turn into 500,000. It's going to turn into 1 million, 2 million people using this card. So once this community pie fills up, there's always going to be more people swiping the card. There's always going to be more TCMs, more DBOs. We want everybody to know that this is extra. This is gravy. The swipes is what's really going to change your life. There's a couple of grants that I want to go over too. I think Eric's got that slide in here.
You know, Larry, I took that slide out.
That's
You want-
okay. Okay, that's okay. So
Just
this
give
is
them a-
it's
give
a good.
it-
It's
I mean,
good. I
all
like
that we had were swipes when you and I said yes, but yeah, if you want to foreshadow.
Yeah, I'll go over it really quick because I like the fact that there's a lot of things literally coming in for a $25 card. You've got manager grants, you've got operator grants, you've got people that are swiping the card. You're going to be earning off of that. You've got the community pie bonus. But at the end of the day, you literally are promoting a $25 card that doubles people's buying power. And everybody that you know needs the card. They're all spending on a card like this and not getting rewarded for it. So it's just a matter of sharing the information. Let me go over a couple of holiday promotions that we've got right now. We do have a TCM promotion that's going on. Started November 27th. It's going to end January 31st. So if you bring in someone for $25, they come in as a TCM. If you're the direct sponsor, you're going to get $2.50, and that is going to pay 50 cents up through 10 levels of digital branches. We also have a founder promotion. And if you come in and you are enrolled by, that says June 23rd. Purchase, oh, hang on one second. Founders promotion. Sorry about that, guys. This is the new slide to me. Okay, so I've got it. This is how you break down the founder. So if you came in as a founder and you came in as a DBO before June of 2023, you are automatically considered a founder. If you came in and you actually got a ticket to our Las Vegas event, which was in November, and you purchased the ticket, you are also a founder. That means that everybody else in the system right now, if it was after June 30th, you are an innovator. So that means you are still getting that matching bonus coming in off of the celebrities, but it would be about half of the matching bonus of a founder. So what you have to do between now and January 31st of this month, if you bring in 3 TCMs, that is 3 people that get the $25 card, you will now not be an innovator, you will also be a founder. So you need to be talking to everybody in your community that is an innovator and say, look, you've got about 3 weeks, you need to get your 3 TCMs for $25. They do not have to make a purchase, they do not have to buy one of our easy gift cards. All they have to do is come in for $25, and that will make you a founder. The set service fee. So anyone that comes in as a DBO before January 31st, you will be locked in. Instead of that 10% fee, you're going to be locked in at 1% of your commissions each month will go to the company, and then 9% will go into something we call our Power Save account. If you want to know the power of this, myself and Eric and Randy, we earned our way to president, which is the top rank in this company. That is the same split that we get. As president ranked, we get 1%, and then 9% goes into our Power Save. So everyone that comes in again as a DBO by January 31st, if you've got people on the fence, lock in and get this 1% to the company. And then you can get that $50 marketing fee waived. Anyone that hits manager by January 31st, you will waive that $50 monthly fee forever, whether you get your 3 DBOs or your 20 TCMs at $25. So You know, quick message, guys. I love what Peter said. One thing about Peter that's absolutely changed my life is he showed me that this is something different than anything we've ever done. This is a chance for you to be a part of something that eventually is going to change the world. There's so many people out there right now that are negative. They want to rip us apart. It's never going to happen. Guess what? It's already happened. Everybody on this panel has already seen the swipes come in. Everybody on this panel saw us put in 35,000 people in 90 days. That is the magic of what we saw. That is about to be 1,000,000 times bigger when we go from 30,000. Now there's 125,000 people in the platform that are going to be swiping, that are going to be sharing. TCMs are now going to have a sign-up link. Think about you bring in one TCM, they go out and bring in 50 people that are swiping the card. All 51 of them are going to pay you transaction fees. You got to think about the bigger picture. You know, Peter shared his heart. I've said it before. If this panel was not here, Transact Card is still going to be massive. There's a reason there's 2,100 people on this Zoom tonight, because this is giving people hope. This is giving people success. I've never seen Zoom numbers like this. It's something that we are doing that's never been done. You're a part of it. Stay the course. Keep the vision, keep the faith. Don't let anybody steal your dreams, because at the end of the day, they're not paying your bills. They're not paying your rent. And this is the one that we've all been waiting for. Everybody on this Zoom can change your friends, your family, and everybody in your life. You can change their life with what we've got right here. So Eric, I'm honored to give it back to you. I love everybody on this panel, and thank you so much for being on the journey with us.
Well, how are you going to send it back to me after closing like that, brother? All right, friends. That's Larry. That's Gary. You met some of our other friends on here. Here's the only thing I'm going to leave you with is this. Please get a card. Get a card. Test it out. Watch it get better and better and better. Okay. And if not, come find me. I'll give you your $25 back. If you're one of those people that's always said, man, I wish I could be at the right place at the right time with the right opportunity, I would say now is a great time for the pioneers. It's not a great time for the settlers. We're still in our infancy. Okay. We're exponentially better today than we were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago. We're going to be exponentially better 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now. It's the beauty of this journey. It's not a hype driven journey. The best is yet to come. If you're willing to take a couple hits and you're willing to not be addicted by the opinions of other people to manifest a great life, I think this is a great opportunity for anybody that is coachable, teachable, and has a great attitude. And if you'll just have those things, we're going to do everything we can to at least get you to manager, which, by the way, everybody's got 27 days. Get yourself to manager either by sponsoring 20 TCMs or 3 other pioneers that want to own their own digital branch, and you'll never, ever pay the $50 ever again. I mean, it's only $50, but you don't have to pay it. Why pay it? All right. Anyway, come in where you fit in. We love you. We are Transact Card, and together we are absolutely going to change the world and leave a legacy we can all be proud of. Have a great night. And by the way, I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina with Larry, with Gary, and hopefully a whole bunch of you, January 27th. Get in our Facebook DBO community, get all those details, and we will see you there if at all possible. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.